Hey, welcome back, friends. 2024 GMC Yukon Denali. This was probably one of the coolest cars we've ever purchased. We thought it was even dream car status. Well, it's been a complete nightmare. We're going to talk about that today. It's a lot to talk about. I've done a YouTube short if you want the skinny on it. So the way we'll do this is I'll give you the rundown in the beginning of the video, and then I'll go into some more of the details to try to show you where we're at. Now, before we get started, I want to let you know, I don't want my money back for this car. I don't want any pain and suffering compensation for this. I don't want any type of compensation. I just want my car fixed. It's really that simple. And so we're actually having a really hard time figuring out who's going to do that with a less than year-old GMC Denali, $100,000 car. I'll probably mention that again. Yeah, there's some expectations there. Before we do this, help me pay for what's probably going to be repair bills on this thing, and check out today's video sponsor. Today's video is brought to you by eTrailer.com. eTrailer.com is your one-stop trusted source for anything trailer related. And if you're in a towable like this, you just got a trailer, really. So let me show you what I talk about when I talk about anything trailer related. Need a new set of stairs? eTrailer.com. Stabilizer jacks? eTrailer.com. How about a new awning? eTrailer.com. eTrailer.com has furnaces, tongue jacks, water heaters. Need a part for your slide mechanism? eTrailer.com. Do you need a microwave, a stove, a fridge? eTrailer.com. You can go to eTrailer.com and even get new furniture. Not only does eTrailer have all of these great parts for you guys to choose from, they've also got really good customer service that'll help you decide, is this the right part for you? So grateful for eTrailer sponsorship. Let's get back into today's video. Guys, I told you I was going to respect your time. What's going on here? One, we've got just a crazy amount of oil consumption with this 6.2 liter. Between oil changes, for the 2 oil changes now in a row, around the 5,000 mile mark, the oil light comes on. Now, GM recommends changing oil every 7,500 miles or so. Now, that's going to be different, you know, RPMs, oil life as far as how long it's been since you had an oil change. Towing is going to make a difference there. Starting and stopping, all of that stuff, all of that goes into the algorithm they supposedly use for calculating oil life, right? About the 5,000, now this thing doesn't tow, this is a grocery getter, all right? It doesn't do any work, all right? Around the 5,000 mile mark, the oil light has come on now 2 times in a row between oil changes, and there is no oil showing up on the dipstick, none, not even a drop. The first time this happened, Brooke knows how to check the oil. Insert the dipstick all the way, pull it out, yeah, you know the deal. I wasn't even home, so that added to my little pissed off factor a little bit. The second time I checked it, again, no oil on the dipstick. And so that's the major issue we're having here. Again, I don't want a new truck or car. I don't want a new car. I don't want any compensation. I just want it fixed. That's it. And they're not doing that. The reason they're not doing that is this right here, okay? This is the information on engine oil consumption from GM. This is word for word right here. The accepted rate of oil consumption for engines used in the vehicles referenced is 0.946 liters, 1 quart, per 2,000 miles. That in itself is ridiculous. It's 2025. This isn't 1950, okay? But that's ridiculous, okay? This rate is only for personal vehicles under warranty that are driven in a non-aggressive manner and maintained in accordance with appropriate maintenance schedules. Less than 36,000 miles, driven at legal speeds, and unloaded, okay? Even with trucks, all right? So you can't, if you're towing, they'll accept more oil burn than this. If you're hauling, they'll accept more oil burn than this. This rate does not apply to vehicles that are driven in an aggressive manner at high RPMs, high speeds, or in a loaded condition. Oil consumption for vehicles driven under these conditions will be more. I'm sorry, that's unacceptable in my opinion. They need to show this to everyone that's buying a GM, all right? Everyone that's buying this particular motor, they need to show this piece of paper to. They will never do that, of course. But yeah, we had the oil consumption test done. It passed. There it is. It passed. It burned. It was a 1/4 quart low at 1,000 miles. It was a 1/2 quart low at 2,000 miles. At 5,000 miles, it's no longer registering on the dipstick. That's my problem. We're supposed to be only 63% into this oil change, and now we have no oil in the crankcase, or at least it's not registering on the dipstick. So that's our main issue. Our second issue, we have a running board. I'll show you a video right here of exactly what's going on. See, it's rattling. It's very annoying. Anything over 63 miles an hour, yes, we know it's 63 miles an hour. That's how consistent it does it. It's exactly 63 miles an hour, and then it starts making that noise. They can't fix it. They claimed it was an air deflector. That might have fixed it for about 20 or 30 miles. We're not real sure, because almost instantly it started doing it again. So when we took it back for the second time, we've been to the dealer a lot with this unit. When we took it back for the second time, they couldn't replicate it, even though they had a video, even though the kid last time had heard it himself, they couldn't replicate it. So basically they told us there's nothing we can do. Our third big issue is the infotainment in this thing is garbage. It's been over a year now, there's been updates, and it still disconnects from my wife's phone way too often. So those are the three issues. The biggest one I'm concerned with, obviously, is the oil consumption. I've asked them, is there a preventative measure we can do here? The answers I get is no, there's nothing you can do. So my thought was, okay, well, if it blows up, then at least it's under warranty. Nope, not so fast. If I don't keep oil in it, if I don't keep adding oil in between oil changes to a $100,000 freaking vehicle, that's on me for not maintaining it. Even though I would still be on the, I generally, you know, there's two things that happens here. The oil light comes on and it says, hey, schedule service soon, okay? When we see that light, we schedule service. We don't wait until the next light that says oil change required. We don't even wait till that, all right? So we're diligent about maintenance. And now, in between those maintenance schedule, I have to add oil to this thing, and they think that's okay. It's okay for me to have to add oil to one of their flagship models at this point, I would probably have to be doing it every 2,500 to 3,000 miles. Now, here's another thing. We posted a short on this. A whole bunch of people watched it. Over 100,000 people watched that video. A lot of folks in the comments are saying, well, that's what you get. You need to be changing your oil every 3,000 miles. Do what? It's 2025, guys. This ain't 1950. If you're telling me that the best they can do, they've been building cars for, I think, 116 years. The best they can do is 3,000 miles between oil changes? Look over here. Come here. You see that thing? It's got less oil life remaining on the computer, and guess how much oil's in it? All of it. It's completely full. I just checked it the other day, all right? And yes, for those of you wondering, I did not get rid of the Ford. I'm not crazy, all right? That said, we're not complete knuckle-dragging Ford loyalists. Obviously, we bought a GM. We thought, you know, I thought in my head, hey, you know, all the manufacturers probably make pretty good stuff once you spend a little money with them. Once you get their, you know, their good stuff. I'd had a couple of GMs in the past in Acadia, Colorado. That's a lower end stuff. Nothing wrong with them. Well, mine had problems, but you know, nothing wrong with those cars. But I'm thinking to myself, yeah, if you spend a little money with GM, they'll give you a quality product. That ain't the case, Jack. At least not in our case. All right. To prove my point, this car should have about 28% oil life remaining. All right. I have added 2 quarts of oil to this car between oil changes. So it had the oil change about 5,000 miles ago. I've added 2 quarts of oil it's been right at a week ago, because we were camping last Friday, so it's been right at a week ago. I've added 2 quarts of oil. Let's see where it's at, all right? I'm gonna take this out and wipe it down. Get it dry. All right, we're good. Let's put it back in there, all the way in, all the way in. And we're reading about half. Can you see that? Now, that's actually surprising to me. That being said, we're also at a slope down this way. So it's actually sloped a little bit towards me. So there's actually less oil than that in this vehicle right now. I think that's ridiculous. Now, for all of you wondering, well, that's not too bad. We've still got half of a crankcase full of oil after adding 2 quarts. This is about 19% oil life remaining, so more miles. This is my 7.3 Ford F-250 that has been towing, has been hauling. Let's see how much oil's in it. Well, I'll be damned, it's chock full. How about that? So I really just don't want to hear the excuses of, well, it's normal, that's normal for that type of oil consumption. This is not normal. GM, that's my biggest problem with all of this, is GM telling me this is normal. The general manager at the dealership telling me this is normal, this is within spec, all this stuff. No, it's not. This is a problem. If the car is not registering oil between oil changes, this is an issue. If this thing had 200,000 miles on it and was 12 years old, sure, I'm game with putting oil in it. But less than a year old, 21,000 miles, this is not cool. All right, I want to hear from you. What do you think? Is this something that's acceptable to you? Would you accept this? No oil on the dipstick between oil changes? I'm sorry, I am generally not a get off my lawn, grumpy type. I'm generally not like that at all. You know, I'll call people out every once in a while, but this one's really got me ticked off. Just the fact that they want us to accept this as okay. I just don't think it's okay. It's really not in my book anyway. And I don't feel like I'm being that unreasonable. I'm gonna leave this hood up because I've gotta take my Ford and go get some more oil for this thing. Let me know what you think in the comments. I hope you guys are good. I hope you're being safe. And apologies for the grumpy video, but I needed to get this off my chest. And I needed you guys to know because a lot of you will choose this 6.2 in your next tow vehicle. I haven't had a good experience and I can only speak for me. Guys, I hope you're doing great out there. See ya.